Because if we don't win on November 5th, I think our country is going to cease to exist. It could be the last election we ever have. I actually mean that.
Trump was up to his usual antics at his most recent rally in Grand Rapids, Michigan, when his fans quickly turned their cheers into boos.
Do you support the 6-week abortion ban on the Florida Supreme Court?
We'll be making a statement next week on abortion. We're going to make a statement next week on abortion.
You know, this reaction isn't necessarily surprising, but it does perfectly highlight how Trump's base feels about being challenged on their views. The reporters' questions were fairly neutral, and what we should be expecting out of members of the press, especially after a press conference like this. However, as we all know, Trump supporters live in their own fantasy land.
Let's be pro-life. We can't be Christians or Republicans without being pro-life.
Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
My most important reason is he is pro-life. I am against abortion, and that's like I'm a one-issue candidate, or one-issue voter, I guess you could say. Pro-life is important.
Now, one of the problems with single-issue voters is vulnerability to manipulation. Politicians and interest groups often exploit single-issue voters by using divisive rhetoric and making exaggerated promises to win their support. This leads to policies that cater to narrow interests rather than serving the greater good. Meanwhile, the abortion issue for Trump is all about playing politics. He is absolutely doing and saying whatever he needs to in order to win back the White House. Even an issue as personal and evoking such deep passion as abortion is one he just cannot respect. So in his view, why not publicly refuse to support a federal abortion ban while privately discussing just that?
We know where Trump stands. We know what this Supreme Court has done to decimate our freedoms, just like Congressman Goldman just laid out. It's not really about whether or not you agree with abortion, you understand abortion access. It's about freedom as a whole. We know that there are those that believe that if you're in New York or California, that you're safe, but they are trying to push a nationwide abortion ban, and we are going to push back.
Hypocrisy is the name of the game for this Republican Party, the party that used to hold firm on mantras of limited government and personal freedom. Wiggles out of those stances now by simply introducing and cherry-picking aspects of religion to produce the policies religious right-wingers demand.
Such total disrespect to Christians, and November 5th is going to be called something else. You know what it's going to be called? Christian Visibility Day, when Christians turn out in numbers that nobody has ever seen before.
They're pretty twisted. I know they're afraid of Donald Trump. And I'll tell you something I really believe, and that is that most of the people on the left are probably Christians, and I'm ashamed of them for not putting their faith forward. They're just hateful for Donald Trump.
You know, the alignment between Republicans and right-wing Christians has deep historical roots. Note the rise of the religious right in the latter half of the 20th century. School prayer, abortion, and LGBTQ plus rights have long been focal points of collaboration and their collective ire. Trump didn't spark this union, but he has captured even more of the evangelical base, especially by giving them the fall of Roe v. Wade.